celebrities who left Hollywood for God. Faith over fame, fortune, and the glitz of Hollywood. Many dream of making it big in the entertainment industry. But for some celebrities, the bright lights of stardom weren't enough. They found something greater: faith. In a world that often prioritizes success, power, and wealth, these stars chose to step away from the Hollywood spotlight to embrace their spiritual journey. From Rush Hour star Chris Tucker to former 2.5 Men actor Angus T. Jones, each of these well-known figures made the bold decision to follow their beliefs over their careers. Some, like Mark Wahlberg and Alice Cooper, still maintain their public presence, but openly prioritize faith above all else. Others, such as Kirk and Stephen Baldwin, have devoted their lives to spreading Christian teachings. What led them to make such a life-altering choice? How did their faith change their careers, and more importantly, their lives? In this video, we'll explore the powerful stories of these celebrities who turned away from Hollywood's temptations to pursue a deeper connection with God. Stay tuned as we reveal the inspiring journeys of these stars who chose faith over fame. Mark Wahlberg may be one of Hollywood's biggest stars, but his faith has always been his guiding force. Raised in a Catholic family, Wahlberg's early years were troubled. He had multiple run-ins with the law as a teenager. However, he credits his faith for turning his life around and leading him toward a more disciplined and meaningful path. Despite his massive success in films like The Departed, Ted, and Transformers, Wahlberg has never shied away from expressing his deep devotion to God. He starts each day with prayer, attends church regularly, and even observes Lent with intense dedication. In recent years, he has taken an active role in producing faith-based content, such as Father's Stew, a film based on the true story of a boxer turned priest. Unlike some celebrities who completely walk away from Hollywood, Wahlberg has found a way to balance his career with his religious beliefs. He openly shares how faith keeps him grounded amid the chaos of fame and fortune. For him, success isn't just measured in box office numbers. It's about staying true to his values, being a good role model, and putting God first in everything he does. Jonathan Roumie. Bringing faith to the spotlight, Jonathan Roumie is best known for his powerful portrayal of Jesus Christ in The Chosen, a hit TV series about the life of Christ. But beyond his on-screen role, Roumie's personal faith journey has deeply shaped his career and life choices. Before landing the role of Jesus, Roumie struggled to make it in Hollywood. He faced financial hardships and nearly gave up on acting. At his lowest point, he surrendered to God, committing himself fully to his Catholic faith. Soon after, he was cast in The Chosen, a project that not only revived his career, but also strengthened his spiritual connection. Roumie has since become an outspoken advocate for Christianity, frequently speaking at religious events and using his platform to inspire others. He openly discusses how prayer, trust in God, and humility have guided his path. His portrayal of Jesus is not just a role for him, it's a calling. Unlike many actors who avoid discussing religion in Hollywood, Roumie embraces his faith, proving that success and spirituality can coexist. His story is a testament to how faith can transform both a person's career and their purpose in life. Alice Cooper. From rock star to faithful follower, he turned back to his Christian upbringing and fully committed his life to God. Unlike some musicians who abandon their careers after finding faith, Cooper continues to perform, but he no longer glorifies the excesses of rock and roll. Instead, he uses his platform to speak openly about his belief in Jesus Christ, emphasizing that true rebellion in today's world is living a life of faith. For Alice Cooper, Christianity isn't about being perfect, it's about transformation. His story proves that no matter how far someone strays, faith can always lead them back to a better path. Chuck Norris, a martial artist for God. Chuck Norris, the legendary martial artist and action star, is known for his tough guy roles in Walker, Texas Ranger, and countless Hollywood action films. However, beyond his on-screen persona, Norris has always been a man of deep faith. Raised in a Christian household, Norris's faith played a significant role in shaping his values. But it wasn't until later in life that he fully embraced his spiritual journey. In the early 2000s, he stepped away from the Hollywood spotlight to focus on his family, faith, and charity work. He became an outspoken advocate for Christianity, often sharing his beliefs through books, interviews, and public speaking. Norris has also dedicated much of his time to faith-based initiatives, including supporting Bible literacy programs and mentoring young people through martial arts. He believes that true strength comes not just from physical power, but from spiritual discipline and a commitment to God. Though he no longer pursues major Hollywood roles, Norris continues to use his platform to spread positive, faith-driven messages. His journey from action hero to Christian leader proves that faith can be the most powerful force in a person's life. And Kirk Cameron, from teen star to Christian evangelist. Kirk Cameron rose to fame as a teen heartthrob in the 1980s sitcom Growing Pains. But his biggest transformation wasn't in Hollywood, it was in his faith. During his time on the show, Cameron was an outspoken atheist. But everything changed when he experienced a deep spiritual awakening as a young adult. After embracing Christianity, Cameron's priorities shifted. He became increasingly uncomfortable with the secular nature of Hollywood and started turning down roles that conflicted with his faith. Instead of continuing down the path of mainstream acting, he dedicated himself to Christian films and evangelism. He starred in faith-based movies such as Fireproof and Left Behind, using his talent to spread messages of faith and redemption. Beyond acting, Cameron has become an active Christian speaker, hosting events, writing books, and advocating for family values. He co-founded The Way of the Master, a ministry focused on evangelism and spreading the gospel. While Hollywood once defined his career, Cameron found a greater calling in his faith. He proves that sometimes walking away from fame isn't a step down, it's a step towards something far more meaningful. Stephen Baldwin, from Hollywood to ministry. Stephen Baldwin, the youngest of the famous Baldwin brothers, was once known for his roles in films like The Usual Suspects and Biodome. But unlike his brothers, Stephen took a very different path, one that led him away from Hollywood and toward a life dedicated to faith and ministry. In the late 1990s, Baldwin was living the typical Hollywood lifestyle: fame, fortune, and partying. However, after the 9/11 attacks, he experienced a profound spiritual awakening. His wife, who had already embraced Christianity, played a key role in guiding him toward faith. Eventually, Baldwin committed his life to Christ, and his priorities completely changed. Since then, Baldwin has distanced himself from mainstream Hollywood, choosing instead to focus on Christian films, ministry, and motivational speaking. He founded a faith-based outreach program and has been actively involved in spreading the gospel, particularly to young people. While his decision to step away from secular Hollywood cost him opportunities, Baldwin has never regretted it. He believes his true calling is to use his platform to inspire others to seek God. His story is a testament to the power of faith to transform not just a career, but an entire life. Chris Tucker, choosing faith over fame. Chris Tucker became a household name with his high-energy performances in Rush Hour, Friday, and The Fifth Element. At the peak of his career, he was one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood. However, despite his massive success, Tucker made a surprising decision. He stepped away from the spotlight, choosing faith over fame. In the early 2000s, Tucker experienced a deep spiritual transformation. He became a born-again Christian, and his newfound faith led him to reevaluate his career choices. He no longer wanted to take roles that conflicted with his Christian values, which meant turning down many opportunities in Hollywood. Unlike many of his peers who chased bigger paychecks and fame, Tucker prioritized his relationship with God. Though he still acts occasionally, he is highly selective about his projects, preferring to work on films that align with his values. In interviews, he has spoken about how his faith keeps him grounded and guides his decisions in life. For Tucker, success isn't just about money or fame. It's about living with integrity and staying true to his belief. His story is a powerful example of how faith can reshape a person's life and career. In a world where Hollywood often prioritizes fame, fortune, and success, these celebrities chose a different path, one of faith, purpose, and devotion to God. Whether they walked away from the industry entirely or reshaped their careers to align with their beliefs, their stories show that true fulfillment isn't found in money or stardom, but in something far greater. Chris Tucker, Kirk and Stephen Baldwin left behind major opportunities to follow their convictions. Mark Wahlberg, Alice Cooper, and Chuck Norris continue to use their platforms to share their faith while staying true to their values. And Jonathan Roumie's journey reminds us that even in Hollywood, faith can be a guiding force in one's career. Their decisions weren't always easy. Some faced criticism, financial struggles, and career shifts, but they stood firm in their beliefs. Their stories serve as powerful reminders that faith is stronger than fame and that choosing God over Hollywood is a path worth taking. Which of these stories inspired you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more powerful stories of faith and transformation.